Welcome to Find It Live! We're here with Hayley Sachs, aka Mrs. Dow Jones. 56,000 followers on Instagram, an incredible profile. High five.
High five.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
It's spicy. I like that. Now, I just want to look at this. This is where it's at.
I brought a present.
So cool.
This is my merch. You guys, if you are into blockchain, this is what you need to be wearing.
Check it.
I have the coolest,
Check it.
funnest merch. This is, I mean, it's flying off the shelves, but especially now that I have an influencer wearing it.
I love it.
I mean,
let's talk about the profile, equities, annuities, interest rates. You talk about all these things, but you really package it up so nicely and just so beautifully, and it's just like snackable. I can like eat it, right? Tell us financial things. These are complicated topics. How did you get into this? Tell us about the story.
well, exactly your point. The financial topics are complicated, and I was never taught them. I was always seen as like a creative person, like, oh, like, she'll do film, she'll do TV, like, you leave the finance for someone else. But then you get to a certain age and you're making money and you start getting jobs and they're asking you about a 401k and ETFs, and you're like, I've never learned any of this, so I needed to learn. And I went to look for information, and everything that I found was so boring. And like by just these guys who were just, it was not snackable, it wasn't fun. So I was like, for me, first and foremost, for me, I need to figure out how to work on how to present this content better, because I need to learn it, and I'm sure there are a lot of other people that need to learn it too.
That's awesome. Now, there is a bit of Kim Kardashian, the Jenners, Kate Middleton,
Yes.
bit of Meghan Markle.
We love Megan.
Megan,
if you're watching, Megan, we know you're watching. Megan.
Tell us.
Big fan of Find Your Life. Streaming right to Buckingham Palace right now.
Direct. Tell us about that. Like, so the memes with these guys. It's bringing in the celebrity. You sort of married Wall Street and Bravo together.
Yeah.
Tell us the thinking behind this.
Are you a Real Housewife fan? Maybe secretly. I don't know. The first crypto housewife. So
Not really my thing.
Not your thing. Well, it is mine.
Can you share it with me?
I mean, it's not. There's so much out there. Where to start? There's so many housewives to even go through.
Can you meme it for me just right now? Just like compact it down so I can get it. Because I think when you explain topics,
I know, but you know, I'm always focusing on like bigger financial topics. You know.
All right.
Not as much Bravo,
but
sometimes I marry them. But yeah, I love celebrities. Like since I was little, I've been obsessed with pop culture, obsessed with celebrities, and so I really just choose the people that are interesting to me, and also who like sort of embody a great attitude. Like I love the sort of like Cardi B, like IDGAF, like Ariana Grande and 7 Rings, like women just like getting after it, getting paid, like not getting not tripping over guys, like focusing on themselves. And like at the end of the day, like obviously I'm spreading the word about like financial themes and literacy, but I also try and like have the vibe of empowerment, but in like a not corny, like overly like the future is female way.
Yeah.
You know?
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
That's so much respect, because it's like not like shoving it down, like spooning it in. It's just like, this is cool.
Yeah, exactly. I try
it.
and be cool. Well, I don't try. I am cool.
Oh, yeah. You've created this. You know, you've never really worked on Wall Street. This is not your thing, but you've really created this financial platform around it.
Yeah.
How did you get into these topics? How did you do it?
So I literally started it because I had been someone who would read every celebrity magazine, but never read anything about business news. And then Kim Kardashian got robbed. Literally, do you remember she got robbed? And it was so sad and like traumatic. And I was like, things have gone too far in like the entertainment, like media industry. Like I need to take a break. Like, and I just stopped reading everything. And I was like, but it was a huge hole in my life. Like when I wake up, like what am I going to look at? Like how am I keeping up with the world? And I was like, ew, do I have to start reading real news now? And so I did, much to my surprise. Not only did I like it, but it also completely changed my view of the world. So like a store closing wasn't just like sad, it was the end of brick and mortar. So I started to, you know, incorporate these sayings and these understandings into my
Finance is cool.
Finance became really cool to me, and I felt so empowered and just like part of the overall economy and world, and I felt connected. And it's funny how disconnected you can find yourself if you're not up to date on what's actually going on in the business world, but they make it so hard to understand that, you know, inevitably you are.
Okay. So you've taken these topics and you've really translated them down. You've made them cool, made them digestible in a sense, and really come from like an extreme, you know, easily these pop culture icons and make it to that level, right? You know, who do you think's on the other end of your Instagram profile? Who is that person? When you like, you know, this is Dow Jones like, I'm going to post this. Oh, that's not going to work. No, that. Like, who is that person?
I mean, the truth about my audience is that it is pretty split male-female. Although I'm obviously like pretty girly. Like it's like I have a very female voice. So when I'm writing, I think I write to I don't know, like this like woman who just like needs a boost or like needs a laugh or or there's information that I need to communicate that's going on in the world, and so then I communicate that. But I would say the audience is probably like in college and like interested in going into finance, or they're, you know, in finance or business, or, you know, it's sort of the attitude you can bring to any industry of just like, let's get after it, let's make money, let's be successful. So you got people from lots of different vocations, but they all sort of have like the same attitude, and that's what I think makes us like a family. We're all bad bitches. Sorry. Bleep.
Okay. Bleep. Another key part which I love and I have a lot of respect for is, I guess, you know, myself has been on a big journey as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I want to hear about that.
Well, no, I want to hear about your story.
No.
Really? Oh, sharing. Okay. Well, no. But,
10 years.
But 10 years is a long time.
Yeah.
You know, Finder, we did our 10th year. And
that's really impressive.
It's great. It's great. You know, we're obviously in quite a few countries around the world now, so it's kind of cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's okay. Like we're getting there.
Playing it so cool. You're like, it's fine. Like, I mean, we're amazing.
It's not me. It's not me. Well, look at this, Jack. Look at this.
Yes.
I wish I had a jumper. But you've made this leap from a full-time job with a hustle on the side to full-time doing it.
Yeah.
And I just firstly want to say much respect.
Oh, thank you.
Like massive respect.
Yeah.
But tell us, like, how did you get that confidence to make that final, the last step to just go over that line?
Well, I actually had a very defining moment at my last job where the company that I was at went under, and it was sort of my dream job. And so I was so upset after, and I just realized like I'd always wanted to create my own thing and have my own audience, and felt like I had this inside of me to, I don't know, I wanted to like use my voice, and that was the turning point. And I mean, it takes a long time. You can't really put pressure on Instagram to make money. Like it's, I look at my platform as like a really fun way to communicate with people, but I'm certainly not one of those accounts that's like trying to sell you stuff, unless it's my merch. But I love my merch. I wear it every day. Like I wouldn't put it out if I didn't think it was cool. But yeah, I mean, I think it was really risky. It was scary. It was so hard to go and do this full time, but I had a lot of people who believed in me, and that helped us so much. And I'm sure you can relate to that too. Like when you meet people who are really smart and they like believe with your vision, then it gives you the power and the fire to keep going, even on the days where you're like, oh, what am I doing? I should be like at a water cooler right now, like talking to Jeff about, or, you know, healthcare. Like,
where that spreadsheet is.
Where the spreadsheet is. Come on, Jeff, let's get it. So yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, people help you, lift you up.
That's true. You know, I find those times really difficult when you're staring at the abyss, because you know, there's a loneliness to it as well.
It's so lonely. Yeah, you dig yourself into this hole, and you have to be really confident and clear on your identity. And yeah, I mean, whenever I'm uncomfortable, it's probably good, right? Because then I don't like being uncomfortable, so then I'll do stuff that will get me to like the next level. And yeah, but I've also been really lucky that I've had great people supporting me. So it's been a really good, just a really fun journey and just meeting a lot of people and networking, and you know, every day is very different. Entrepreneur life, startup life.
Tell us. You said you got involved with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in some way. Tell us about that.
Yes. Oh my God. I feel like some of the people that are watching, I've like seen you guys at conferences. But yeah, when I first started Mrs. Dow Jones, that was when Bitcoin was like, everyone was obsessed with Bitcoin. Like it was last year. Yeah. Everyone was like talking about it and like wanted to know about it. And it was right around when I'd gone full time on Mrs. Dow Jones. So I sort of like saw the opportunity, and it wasn't really as much about me being like a really intense like crypto head. Like I want to invest all the time, all of my money in Bitcoin. Although obviously we all a little bit of money in Bitcoin, but it was more just like a really interesting time to be like part of like financial media, and it opened a lot of cool doors to talk about crypto and like help people understand. Like that sort of was like it was probably like one of my first experiences where I was explaining things. Like I remember talking about cryptocurrencies, like the Kardashian sisters. Like Bitcoin is Kim. You know her. She's the one that paved the way. She's the iconic one, whatever. But then she has all these sisters who are also doing cool things, and maybe you could be fans of. And that's the same with like Ethereum or like all these other coins and Litecoin, whatever. And so I remember doing a speech on that in Toronto, so I should put that in a video. But yeah. So
I love you're a storyteller.
Yeah. And I use celebrities. I love pop culture.
Did you tell us, like as a kid, did you make up stories when you had like, you know, little things and you would go and collect them together and then show people, and that's how you would, you know, was that a natural skill, or did you?
First of all, I love that we're like getting into like my childhood. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, no, it's like I already went to therapy today, but it's like we're going again, and like I'm just always interested in like diving in deeper. But honestly, when I was a kid, all I wanted was to be Jerry Holloway from Spice Girls. Hallowell. What was her name? Oh my God, it's so sad that I forget, because I remember like praying, like, please can I change with her. So it was really that I had these like women that I was obsessed with, who were just like really strong and powerful and cool and like doing their thing, and that's what when I was a kid I was obsessed with. But I don't really think I was like that much of a storyteller, TBH. Like maybe a little, but were you a storyteller? I wish you were like little, like running your household, like being like a founder when you were 10.
I used to go around breaking everything.
You did?
Yeah, I broke everything, and then I refixed it, and then I broke my dad's computer a lot.
Like on purpose? Because you wanted to know like what's going on inside? So are you amazing at coding?
I was. Well, I wasn't amazing. I was just like, I'm good at like figuring out, like taking stuff apart and then like putting it back together and then going, oh, I know how that works. And
that's really cool. So you can like fully be like that. I wish I would have done a lot of cool things. If there's one thing that I really wish that I had done, it would have been learn to code. And obviously there's still time. There's not right now because I'm very busy, but when I have kids, like by the time I have kids, that'll be like every child is learning how to code. But I'm so jealous. Like I think it's insane that I like use the internet so much and I don't know how to like write the internet. Like it's annoying.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, you can teach me.
Last thing, what's coming up? I would love to.
Yeah.
What's coming up for Mrs. Dow Jones? Tell us, Heather.
I'm
gonna get the. We're gonna Rice Krispie.
We're having a snack. Yeah. Lots of cool stuff. Well, first of all, we have to finish our snack. That's the first thing up for Mrs. Dow Jones.
Tell us about what's coming up next and where you can buy this great merch. Tell us.
So yeah, mrsdowjones.com. I have lots of different merch. It's all really affordable and really fun and very word of mouthy. Like it's the sort of thing like you can wear and it's like so comfortable and cute and everyone's like, where'd you get that? So it'll make you feel like a star and very cool and in the know.
You know,
and get it now before it's at Barney's.
You know the thing is about, you can try.
I've been out of Rice Krispies since I think I was 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're going back childhood.
We're going childhood.
But you know the thing about this merch is that you may want to get it, you may not, but if you do,
What? If you do what? Then you'll be in the crowd. You'll match with all of us.
Everyone knows.
Everyone knows what?
That's where it's at.
Oh, that's where it's at. I thought you were really doing a secret. I was like, what is the thing? Like,
We're gonna leave it
there is no thing.
Haley is just like Mrs. Dow Jonesing, merching.
Guys,
Check it out.
thank you for having me. Go to my website. If you follow me from this live, DM me because I love to hear from you. And we can chat.
Thanks for joining us on
Thank
Find a
you for having me. This was so fun. I'm gonna like have to binge all of these because I want to hear more about what you do.
Okay.
And yeah, you have to teach me how to code.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, we will. High five, part 2.
All right.
Less
See you
spicy
guys.
this time.
You can press the bell if you want.